I like to listen to Operation New Blood's theme when I wake up in the morning. In the outro of my last video, I very briefly acknowledged that I missed some key information, but that was greatly underestimating how much I actually missed. A few of you had issues that I'd skipped or misinterpreted some key details as well. So today, I'll take you through the entire video, some behind the scenes and cut content, while correcting some stuff on the way. The intro went through 4 different iterations before ending up on this one.
No!
One was supposed to be all cinematic and Modern Warfare-like. One was kind of the same, but I animated it in Blender, and then I said, screw it, I'm gonna animate it, but it's not gonna be serious at all. And it was actually supposed to be a prequel to this scene from the first video, but I didn't know how to transition it well, and I just said screw it, and I skipped it. That whole process took a few months to finish, and by that point, I'd already finished about 2 minutes of the video. This caused a few problems. 1, the intro would have to match the pacing of the video, and 2, I was stuck with all of this unused background footage for an animation I wanted to do. And then I hit my biggest roadblock. After a few months of mostly procrastinating, I finally landed on an intro I liked, animated it, and got to this segment. We'll come back to that original intro later. I started animating this scene months prior, and it was far more complicated and confusing than how it actually ended up. Originally, the Trapper from Dead by Daylight was supposed to show up and instigate the big fight scene. Dr. Miral was going to get pushed out of the way, and then Blitz punches the Trapper, then scares off the mercenaries, and then Team Rainbow shows up to help Dr. Miral evacuate. I sound schizophrenic. Blitz was supposed to have a very dramatic inner monologue, kind of like the ones you see in Dragon Ball, if you couldn't see the inspiration. But yeah, no, I cut all of that shit out because it was terrible. And here's the first correction. In this segment, I said Originium gives you a disease, which is apparently wrong. Instead, it's a rock that infects you by literally growing inside your body through a process called oreopathy, or rock cancer, as the community calls it. And I assume you can tell that there's a pretty obvious difference in art style between, the Siege characters and the Arknights characters. And that's because I didn't want to ruin the character design with my art style. I mean, I tried to imitate, I tried to draw them in my art style, and I was like, it just didn't hit right. So I got a friend of mine to do it. Her stuff is down in the description. She was trying to draw the Arknights characters, but like imitating them in my art style, which is like just simplifying them a bunch and making them look like dumb. Which, if you put them side by side, yeah, hers is definitely way better than mine. And I didn't want to do a disservice by ruining the original character designs by just shitting all over them with my horrendous art. I mean, like, this was not that bad, but, if I tried to draw Rangers, it wasn't going to go well, so I might as well have her do it. For the next part, I think I might change up how I do that, but, again, big shout out to my artist, Casey. Her stuff is, well, probably on the screen and in the description. Big shout out to her. And to all the people who helped out as well. So, now here's the big one. The big one that I got a lot of flack for was I say a lot of flack. I saw the most comments about, which was like 2 or 3. Was the Dr. Miral death scene. Originally, okay, I'm saying this a lot. It was supposed to be way more drawn out. Frost was gonna be talking for a bit. Ash was gonna be talking. I was gonna be super dramatic with Tachanka, like screaming and everything. Again, it was very dramatic, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna be able to smash this out real quick, no problem. And then I actually got to doing the scene, and it just kept dragging along, and I was like, this is not gonna work out. So I ended up cutting the whole thing out, and I actually didn't know this bit. I think it was one of the only times where you actually get to see the process of somebody dying in the lore, to like oreopathy, where like their body explodes or something, or not explodes but like disintegrates, and it's like you have to block off all the open like you have to lock them in a room or something. So see, this is the thing, I am a Siege guy, I don't understand any of this shit, and I should have bothered to do this research before, but
let him come into sight. Just don't peek. He's outside hoop. Please! Please! Why are all my teammates so dick?
Apparently it has way more meaning than just having a side character die, because apparently this also introduces some other stuff into like the main story. Like, it's actually a really, really important scene beyond just having it be a sad scene in a collab, which I didn't know. I'm just stupid and I didn't do research. But yeah, no, I knew I was gonna be able to do it justice, so I just bit the bullet and I skipped it. But again, I really didn't know how much of a fuck up that would be. But yeah, and also Tachanka's little when he's angry, that was also a massive fucking headache. I'm gonna show you my timeline here. It was just such a disaster. I wanted to do like 5 billion different things with this shot, and it ended up coming out like shit. And here's one last correction. Apparently, Levi doesn't throw himself into the machine and become the essence of evolution. I know I got that part wrong, where he becomes the essence of evolution. But actually, what actually happened was he lost control of it. It killed him, ate him, and started attacking the siege and Arknights operators. So, yeah. This last little segment was actually supposed to be where the intro was. The original clip of me going, "I'll sell my soul to Arknights." That's where this was. This little "crush me" segment wasn't here. It was actually the intro clip. The reason I haven't showed you the intro. The reason I replaced the original intro was because it's just cringe. Like, it's just so ass. I thought it was good until like I started showing it to my friends, and they were like, "Dude, this is not it, bro. Like, this is kind of ass." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Because I was looking at it more and more, and I was like, dude, this shit is ass." Excuse my foul language, by the way. Jesus Christ. You know how it usually is. At the very end, I always put baseball footage. The Marlins. I'm a big Marlins fan. Fucking unfortunately, I'm a big Marlins fan. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this long-ass video that didn't need to take me almost a month. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe, but with no notifications, because I don't always upload the same stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Nos vemos, boludos. Sí.